Is Vijay from CUET 100 and here in part 3 of a series of 3 videos on GK and current affairs questions asked in different slots of general test of CUET UG 2023. We are going to discuss the last set of 40 questions. We have already discussed 80 questions, 40 in part 1 and 40 in part 2. So here this is the last part. India's rank in the world according to area. It is 7th. So let's count it from the top. Number 1 is of course Russia. Number 2 Canada. Alright. Number 3 China. Number 4 US. Number 5 Brazil. And number 6 you can easily guess Australia. Alright. And India, our country, is number 7. Unfortunately, in population, many people say that it's number 1 now. Alright, the pink revolution is related to meat and poultry production. Alright, okay. Who founded the Indian National Congress? And it is A.O. Hume. Which of the following planets is closest to the Earth? People mostly get it wrong, so listen to me very carefully. The answer is Mercury. It's not Venus. It's the planet nearest to the Sun as well. For a long time, it was thought that Venus was the closest planet to the Earth. Alright, but here your answer is Mercury. Who is the present president of G20? Of course, India. Important facts on G20. G20 has 19 countries and European Union. So, only 19 countries and European Union. So, 19 plus 1, 20. All members of G7 as well as BRICS are the members of G20. Alright, the next G20 summit would be in 2024 in Brazil. Okay, G20 Troika is of Indonesia, where it was held in 2022, India and Brazil, as they are the last, current and the next hosts. Alright, tuberculosis is caused by bacteria. Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary is located in which state? Of course, Rajasthan. Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary is known as Kevladev National Park as well. Alright. Which city of India is also called the city of lakes? Udaipur, of course, is called White City as well, mind you. Okay, Jamshedpur is situated on the banks of which river? Not one, there are two. Subarnarekha and Kharkai. What are the main usage of boric acid? As an antiseptic, insecticide and fire retardant. Okay. Then you had one question in which you had to match the columns. This question was very difficult in my opinion. Vande Mataram Yojana, it was launched in 2004. Bharat Nirman Yojana 2005. Janshri Bima Yojana in 2000 and Swajal Dhara Yojana 2002. Okay, very difficult. Now, here, this is very easy. You have to match the column of books with their authors. Panchtantra, Vishnu Sharma. The Republic, Plato. Life Divine, Sri Aurobindo. War and Peace, that famous book, Leo Tolstoy. Alright. With which of the following countries does India share the shortest boundary? What do you think is the answer? The answer is Bhutan. And hey, there is a mnemonic for this. Bachpan mein MBA. Bachpan, alright, mein MBA. This gives you the answer. Alright, Bachpan mein, I am writing here in Devanagari script. BA is for Bangladesh, CH is for China, PA for that bloody Pakistan, N, Nepal, M is for Myanmar, and this B is for Bhutan. Alright, Bachpan mein MBA. This A is for Afghanistan. Theoretically, we have almost an 80-kilometer border with Afghanistan as well, but now that is in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Alright, so here your answer is Bhutan. Alright. These festivals, the order in which they appear in the months from January to December. You have Pongal, then Holi, then Bihu, then Onam, and of course Christmas on 25th of December. Alright, but this also was a slightly tricky question. Which of the following is a folk dance of Maharashtra? Lavani. Alright. Ashokan scriptures are mostly in which language? Prakrit. The language is Prakrit and the script is Brahmi. Alright? Okay. Now here you had to match some prime ministers with the tenure that they had. Rajiv Gandhi, 84-89, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, 98 to 2004 for a short period for 13 days in 1996 as well, but mostly 1998 to 2004. Lal Bahadur Shastri, 1964 to 66, and then P.V. Narasimha Rao, 91 to 96. Alright? Okay. Now, who developed Param 8000, the world's second fastest supercomputer? CDAC, I'm sure you know the full form. Alright? Who was the first female chief minister of an Indian state? Sucheta Kripalani ji, Uttar Pradesh. 2nd October 1963 is the date when she had become the chief minister. Was considered the father of nuclear physics in India. Who else? Homi Jahangir Bhabha. We unfortunately lost him in a plane crash, but many people say that he was killed. What is Boyle's law? Okay, pressure is inversely proportional to volume at a given temperature. That is something like this. Alright? Okay. Now, who was the first Chief Justice of India? Justice H.J. Kania. I'm sure you ought to know this. Which schedule of the Indian Constitution deals with anti-defection law? This is the 10th schedule. Assertion and reason. Earth is the only planet known to support life. That is true. Reason, only Earth has oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide. We have put a star mark here. The popular answer is B. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. And the reason is that these are not the only three factors, oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide, which will give you life. Alright, it depends on the temperature also. If a planet has oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, everything is very close to sun, alright, it won't have any life or it's very unlikely. Okay, but there's a catch here. There's a catch here. Is it only Earth that has oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide? What about Mars? Mars also has oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. It does not have much of oxygen. Alright, that is negligible, but it has some oxygen. So, technically, the answer is C. Mind you, I repeat, technically the answer is C, but somehow my heart tells me that the NTA will go for, or rather this particular examination CUET will go for option B. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. But very technically speaking, the answer should be C. Alright, let's see what do they do. The science that studies the structure of the body is known as anatomy. Match the column. Quantity and their unit. Acceleration, meter per second square. Pressure, kilogram per meter per second square. Frequency per second. Alright. Arrange these movements in chronological order. Quit India movement, Chauri Chaura, Swadeshi. Alright, rather this was not a movement, this was an unfortunate incident. Okay. Alright. Swadeshi movement 1905, 1922, Chauri Chaura and 1942, Quit India movement. Alright. Okay. Now here there were four institutions with which we had to match their headquarters. So ISRO, of course, Bengaluru, it was there. Vikram Sarabhai Space Center at Thiruvananthapuram. There were two more, but that we forgot. We tried to recall, but we could not. Alright. Okay. Similarly, here also there were four agreements, but we have been able to recall only two. Shimla agreement, of course, after Indo-Pak War of 1971. This was done in 1972. And Tashkent agreement again after an Indo-Pak War of 1965-66. Alright. When is the World Statistics Day celebrated? Now, this is very tricky. This is tricky because it is celebrated every 5 years. The day is October 20, but it is celebrated every 5 years. And thus far, it has been celebrated 3 times: 2010, 2015, 2020. So, next time it would be celebrated in 2025, but on 20th of October. Very important. Who was the general of Nana Sahib? A very popular figure, Tatya Tope. Alright? Okay. What is the half-life of carbon-14 isotope? Oh God, it was a difficult question to a person like me at least. 5730 years. Alright? Okay. What do cathode rays consist of? Their electrons. Okay? Alright. What is the pH value of human blood? 7.40. Around that. Alright. One Nation One Tag FASTag was launched in 2019. In fact, I remember the date also. That was 1st December 2019. Okay. Who had propounded the idea of Big Bang theory? Abbe, Georges Lemaitre. Alright. Okay. When was Chandrayaan I launched? It was launched in 2008 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Shar Sriharikota. Alright. Now, the books and their authors. Train to Pakistan, that famous book. You have a movie also on this book. Khushwant Singh. Languages of Truth, Salman Rushdie. Alright. The Righteous Life, APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay. Now here personalities and their nicknames. Chitranjan Das, Deshbandhu, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Frontier Gandhi, and C.F. Andrews, Deen Bandhu. Alright. And hey, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was also known as Sarhadi Gandhi, Simant Gandhi, Basha Khan, and Bacha Khan. In 1929, he had founded Khudai Khidmatgar. Okay. What is a blue moon? Now, this also is a difficult question and it has many definitions. Alright. Okay. So, if there are two full moons in a calendar month, the second full moon is considered by many as a blue moon. And blue moon has nothing to do with the color blue. The third of the 4 full moons in a season. A year is divided in 3 seasons typically. Okay. So, every season would have 4 full moons. Alright. Because one moon cycle is of 29.5 days. One moon cycle is of 29.5 days. Alright. So, every season mostly would have just 4 full moon nights. Alright. Out of those 4, the third one is considered blue moon. Then the 13th full moon of a calendar year. Ideally, a calendar year would have 12 full moons. So, the 13th is considered a blue moon. Then there is this concept of black moon as well. Since they have already asked you blue moon, they might ask you black moon as well. February is the only month that may not get any full moon at times. Why? Because February is of either 28 days or 29 days. Okay. A moon cycle is of 29.5 days. Okay. So, February is the only month that may not get any full moon at times. Such months are called black moon. Alright. Okay. I'm sure many of you are already on our Telegram channel. If you're not, please be there because you get lots of valuable content there. And if you like this effort, give us a thumbs up, share it with as many people as possible, subscribe to CUET 100 if not already done, and press the bell icon hard so that we keep you updated on whatever we do for you in real time. All the best.